My daughter-in-law married my son to take my house. She didn't want his heart. She wanted my home. The one my grandfather built with his own hands. It wasn't just wood and windows. It was my whole life, my memories, my safety. It began with what seemed like concern. My son, Ben, and his new wife, Clara, came over for a weekly dinner. Clara's voice was always full of this fake worry. "This big house is too much for you," she'd say. "What if you fall? What if you get sick and no one is here to help?" Ben would look at me with worried eyes. He wanted to believe he was protecting his mom. "They convinced me to stay with them just temporarily. Just while we make your house safer," Clara said. Her smile never reached her eyes. I packed a small bag, my heart feeling heavy. I thought I was going for a short visit. I didn't know I was walking into a trap. Their spare room became my new world, but it felt more like a cage. Clara started helping. She would take my mail. "I'll handle your bills, Dorothy. One less thing for you to worry about." She would move my things. "I'm just organizing for you, making it easier." She was shrinking my world piece by piece, and I felt myself getting smaller too. Then came the talk about my health. Clara told Ben that a doctor had said I shouldn't live alone. "She's getting forgetful," she whispered, but loud enough for me to hear. I wasn't forgetful. I remembered everything, especially her lies. I remembered the way her voice tightened when she talked about my house. I remembered the way she looked at my furniture, my garden, my life, like it was already hers. One evening, I overheard them arguing. "We need to move faster," Clara hissed. "The lawyer needs those papers signed soon." My blood ran cold. Lawyer? What papers? What were they planning? The next morning, Clara was all smiles again. "Wonderful news, Dorothy. We found a lovely place for you. Golden Years Haven. It has beautiful gardens and lots of friends for you to meet." She placed a glossy brochure in my hand. It was for a nursing home. I felt the room spin. I don't understand. This is my home." Clara's smile was sharp. "This is our home now. You'll be happier there. You'll be safer." That's when I saw it, the cold truth in her eyes. This had been her plan all along. Marry my son. Get into my house. Push me out. She didn't love Ben. She loved what he could get her. A storm of anger and fear rose inside me, but I swallowed it down. I gave her a small, weak smile. It looks nice," I whispered. "When can we see it?" Her face lit up with victory. She thought she had won. But inside a plan was growing. Quiet, secret plan. I may be older, but my mind is a steel trap. While they were out, I became a detective in my own life. I found where Clara had filed my important papers. I found the deed. The house was still in my name. Only my name. Then I found the document she wanted me to sign. It wasn't for my safety. It was to give them my house. For my protection, it said. It was the biggest lie of all. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I got a small notebook and started writing down every little thing. Every time Clara lost a letter. Every time she told Ben I was confused. I was collecting proof. I called my old friend Martha. Her son is a lawyer. I told her everything. She was quiet for a long time. "Oh, Dorothy," she finally said. "This is evil. This is financial abuse." We made a plan. Simple, smart plan. Martha said, "Let her think she's winning. Then change the game." The day came. Clara brought a man to the house. Mr. Evans, a notary. "Just a quick signature, Dorothy," she said, sweet as poisoned candy. "For the new insurance policy." I smiled my best, confused smile. "Of course, dear. But my lawyer friend said I should call him first. He wants to read it to me. My eyes aren't what they used to be." Clara's smile cracked. "Lawyer? You don't have a lawyer." "Oh, but I do," I said. "Peter. Martha's boy. He's so helpful." I reached for the phone. Clara's hand shot out and stopped me. "That won't be necessary," she said, her voice tight. She looked at the notary. "We'll reschedule." Mr. Evans looked confused but left. The door clicked shut. Clara's face changed. The nice lady was gone. "What are you doing?" she snarled. "I'm just being careful, Clara," I said softly. "That's all." She stared at me, and I saw a flicker of fear. She knew I wasn't the weak old woman she thought I was. The quiet war began. Smiles at dinner. Poison in the air. I started my secret fights. I'd accidentally spill tea on her important papers. I'd mishear her on the phone and give wrong messages. Little acts of rebellion. Ben was stuck in the middle. "Mom, are you okay?" he'd ask. "Clara says you've been difficult." "I'm just tired, sweetheart," I'd say, watching his face. He wanted to believe her. It was easier. The tour of Golden Years Haven arrived. Clara was buzzing. "Wait until you see the library, Dorothy." I wore my best coat. I was ready. Place was fine. But it was a cage. The manager, Linda, showed us around. "And here's where our residents enjoy their activities," she said. Clara nodded. "See. You'll have so much to do." I turned to Linda. "It's lovely. Can you tell me about the costs? My son and daughter-in-law seem to think my house will pay for it all." Linda looked confused. "The house? Oh no, Mrs. Henderson. This is a rental facility. We don't take property as payment." The color drained from Clara's face. She had told Ben my house would pay for it. It was another lie. "There must be a mistake," Clara stammered. I just smiled. "Yes," I said. "There certainly is." Car ride home was ice. I could feel Clara's rage. The mask was falling off. That night the explosion came. Ben was downstairs. Clara cornered me in the hallway. "What was that?" she demanded. "You embarrassed me in front of that woman." "I just asked a question, Clara," I said. "You tell so many stories." I wanted the truth. She grabbed my arm. Her grip was tight. "The truth is you're a crazy old lady who needs to be locked up. This is my house now. Mine. You're just in the way." The words hung in the air. Ugly and real. Finally the truth was out. "So," I said, pulling my arm free. "This was always the plan." She didn't deny it. "You had your turn. Now it's ours. Sign the paper, go quietly, and we might let you visit for holidays." I looked at this stranger who married my son. I felt a sadness so deep it was an ocean. Not for me. For Ben. For the love he thought he had. "No, Clara," I said, my voice strong and clear. "I won't be signing anything." The next part of my plan began. Called Peter the lawyer. "It's time," I said. Sunday dinner. Clara was pretending, smiling her fake smile. Ben was carving the roast. The doorbell rang. It was Peter. And a man with a camera. "Hello, Mrs. Henderson. Just here to film the video tour for the Historical Society. For the plaque." Clara dropped a serving spoon. It clattered on the floor. "Plaque? What plaque?" Beamed. "Oh yes. Since this house is over 100 years old, the Historical Society is making it a landmark. They're putting a special plaque on the wall. Isn't that wonderful?" Ben looked confused. "Mom, we talked about this. We're maybe selling." "Oh, don't be silly, Ben," I said. "You can't sell a landmark house. Not for a long, long time. There's so many rules. It has to be preserved." Clara looked like she'd been slapped. Her plan required selling my house. Selling it for a mountain of cash. A house that was a historical landmark was almost worthless to her. "You can't change it. You can't tear it down. It's a treasure, not a piggy bank." "You can't do that," she screamed. Everyone looked at her. "I mean..." She tried to calm down. "Hey, we had plans. Big plans." "What plans, dear?" I asked, all innocence. "You never told me about any big plans." She was trapped. She couldn't explain her plans without telling the ugly truth. She just stood there, shaking, her face red. Ben was staring at her, finally, truly seeing her. Peter handed me a paper. "Just need your signature here, Dorothy, to start the process." I signed my name with a flourish. Clara watched, her dream turning to dust right in front of her. After they left, the fight started. Clara screamed at Ben. Ben yelled back, confused and angry. I sat in my chair, listening to their house of cards fall down. Doll came out. All her lies. Her plan to get my house. Her plan to send me away. Ben was destroyed. The woman he loved was a story, a lie told to steal from his mother. Clara packed her bags that night. She didn't even look at me as she walked out. The door slammed shut. The silence she left behind was thick and sad. Ben found me in the living room. He had been crying. "Mom," he whispered, his voice broken. "I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I was blind." "I know, baby," I said, opening my arms. "Love can make us see what we want to see, not what's really there." We held each other for a long time. A mother and her son. In the house that my grandfather built. The house that I protected. The house that taught me that my voice may be old, but it is still strong. And it will always be heard.